Welcome to the Best Years Podcast. This is Dr. Darlene speaking to Generation X and baby boomers who want more. I'll share power, skills, and tools with you to get your mojo back and love your life. College at age 50? Am I too old? Let's talk about it. Are you considering going back to college now? Are you too old? Well, if you're wondering if you're too old, you might wonder, are you too short? Are you too tall to do it? Are you too white? Are you too black? And you know what I'm going to say next. Doesn't matter. You do what you want to do. And baby boomers are booming, doing. Baby boomers are booming, doing. Oh, I like that. What they want and what they feel they can. Are you healthy? Is your mind alert? Do you want your mind to be more alert? Well, you know, going to college is the best way to get your mind alert, even if you don't do a degree. Degrees are wonderful. I have a story for you about me, and it's actually quite a good example, I must say. So, I teach college right now, and I love it. I tell my college students if I had $1 billion, this very day I'd be teaching them. I wouldn't have like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 classes. I would have like 1. But I love teaching. I love it. And I love the journey that I've taken with the education that I have so that I am able to do that. And there are no doors that are closed to me. The only doors that are closed to me are the ones I close by moving far away or not wanting to walk so far or not wanting to do that job description, maybe not wanting to work full time in the department, which I don't. I like being an adjunct professor where I can pop in and pop out. So how do you get a degree and start at age 50? Well, my story begins at age 19 when I took my first college class. After about 6 months in the area of theater and drama and dance, I got in a critical accident where my best friend was killed. It's another story about my health and all that I went through. But I had to drop out, obviously, of gymnastics, dance, all of it. I was in a sling. I was broken up, broken back, broken collarbone. My friend was not there anymore. She died. And I watched her die. So, soon after that, I actually was married. I was married young at 19 and had kids right away. Well, my dad always said, Darlie, get an education. He said, Darlie, Vaughn, Lamar, Rex gathered the kids around and said, my dad's dying. So my dad's dying breath said, Verl, get an education. So my dad, Verl Taylor, did not stop until he got his bachelor's degree. So that's just what we do in our family. So here I have this broken body. What should I change my major to? There are many factors beyond having the broken body, such as difficult in-laws, relationships, friends, and I always wondered, as we all do, why they do that thing, why? And so I thought, I'm going to go into psychology. Almost like bells and whistles one night I woke up, I'm doing it. I was 19. Now you might be thinking, well, gosh, I'm 54. I wonder what you're going to say now. Hang out. You're going to like what I say now. So I started with classes and classes. But, then I got pregnant. And then I took classes and classes one at a time. And then I got pregnant. And I was throwing up in the bathroom. And then I'd come back to class. And I'd go back and throw up. And I'd come back to class. And then I had the baby. And then I still took one class at a time, which just edified my life. I felt uplifted, edified. I felt smarter when we all went to dinner. I had something to say. One class at a time. And then I got pregnant again. And then kept going to school. And then I got pregnant again. And by now I'm embarrassed that I was going to wear, okay, fine, I'm a baby factory. Judge me all you want. And I did want a lot of kids. They just came kind of quick. So there I am again. So this kept going on and I ended up with 5 children and classes one at a time. My family is always first and always will be and even is today. How did I do it? I want you to get a calculator out, and I think it's 90-something credits per a degree. Divide that by semesters or quarters on how many classes you can take with maybe 3-4 classes at a time. And if you do the math, guess how many years it takes to get a degree, one class at a time. As you're doing the math, you're thinking about the math and waiting for me to do the math. It's kind of a fun trivia thing for me to do in my college classes. I say, all right, so bachelor's degrees are really important. How many years do you think I took to get mine? And if you guess it, I'll give you $1,000. It's really fun because I'm going to give them $1,000 if they guess. And so they write it down. And then I have 3 people who get to say, and they usually guess 2 years. I'm like, no. They go, 3 years. I say, no. And then they usually guess like, okay, 8 years. I say, no. The answer is, and I turn around and I write it on the board. 27 years it took me to get my bachelor's. I know, right? You might go, or you might go, which emoji would you use for that? Like, or I wonder which emoji that is. Or this one. Really? Okay. And you know what? I loved it. I loved every day of my bachelor's degree. Every time I saw a client, I started seeing clients earlier than my bachelor's because I had NLP, that's neuro-linguistic programming techniques. I was a master practitioner and still am. And so I was already seeing clients and I kept thinking, I want to learn more so I'm never stumped with my clients. So I kept going to school and kept going to school. I ended up with a double major in human development at a bachelor's University of Utah. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 da, dum, dum, bum, da, da, ba, da. I would play that song as I studied. It was really fun. My family came and I graduated. Well, now what? What are you talking about? My friend said, well, we're all going to go get our master's degree. And I said, well, wait, aren't we done? Because we did it as a group. Or actually, I had a few friends and made them along the way. And so, yeah, we're doing the master's degree now. We're going to do it online now, which is so wonderful because your head is actually up so that you're learning. Trust me, this is a whole nother video. If your eyes are down, you're in a feeling modality. If you're up, you're in a visual. And if you're across, you're in an auditory. So a computer online class keeps your eyes here, which is visual and auditory versus just feelings. Which is better, right? How do you do math in a feeling modality? So I said, okay, we'll do it online, masters. And then my friends all dropped out. And then there I was. Now my daughter was in high school. So it worked. I went full time in masters online. And after that, I'm done. I didn't even do the walk. Done, fine. And then literally a cohort said, well, I just signed up for my doctorate. No, you did not say that to me. Didn't even think I was going to do it. You are not kidding. And I was 53. Yeah, I was 53 starting my master's. Doctorate, I think. It doesn't matter. It's just, I know that I ended up with my doctorate at age 58, 57, 58. And so it was just so exciting to just go ahead and do that. And my colleague was back east and we would chat on the phone and email. And we did it and we held each other up through that horrible dissertation. Let me tell you, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Maybe I shouldn't be saying that to you, but having a doctorate might be overkill if you're thinking of going back to school at age 50. And if you're thinking of going back to school at age 60, 70, 50, 90, 80. It's what do you want to do? So that's my story. It took me a long time. I had kids all the while. I built a private practice as I was doing it. So many of my students in my college class think that they need to take a full load right now all the way. It's difficult when you have a scholarship because that is a little bit true. You have to slam it or a grant type of thing. If you can, pace yourself. I'm all over pacing yourself. My dad always said, darling, this life is not a marathon. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's a long journey. In fact, it's a triple marathon. It keeps going. And when you sprint tortoise in the hare, you might lose out on some things that you could enjoy. So as you consider going back to college at age 50, and am I too old? You'll say, what are my priorities? What do I need to do? And can I slow down? Can I pace myself? Can I do that to enjoy family, friends? Maybe you're building a home, your spouse, your relationships. What are you doing? I know in my college classes, and most of them are in their 20s. I've got some in their 30s, 40s, and a few in their 50s every once in a while. And they just seem to be so manic about it. There's a lot that are suicidal, I find out later through papers they write, and a lot of difficulty. So pace yourself. Everyone, whatever age you are, this is an age-appropriate video for anybody. And if you're young listening to this, you might go, oh, okay, wow, maybe I can do it differently. Now, if you're in a hurry, that's great. You can do that too. Studying is easy. Pick something that you love. Because if you don't love it, you want to study about it. If you pick something that you're passionate about, you can't wait to go sit down and learn more, right? It's amazing. It's so fun. So in another video, I'm going to share with you, it's called Back to School. How do I manage that? Or how to focus on studying. So that's another video you'll want to look for, how to focus on studying. And I'm going to show you how to do that. How to time manage 3 classes at a time, 4 classes at a time, or 1 class at a time, and kids. So that's another video you'll want to look for. For today, are you too short to go to school? I don't know. Wait, you're too tall to go to school. You're too white to go to school. You're too black to go to school. You're too old to go to school. Your hair's too long to go to school. Your hair's way too short to go to school. No. You call that school right now and you enroll in 1 class or 5. Whatever you decide, you're going to create your life, aren't you? You engineer your entire life. You might burn out. You might need to press it for a little bit and then calm down in a few years. That's up to you. But just know that I did it. It was not hard. And when I was 50, I can't remember if I was 57 or 58. I'm 61 right now. And I can't remember. I think I was 57. And I remember being as sharp as a flippin' tack. It was almost like that show where he takes that pill and it makes him really smart and he can know everything. I felt like I was taking that pill. I felt so sharp that I could remember everything I saw. And if someone said something, I totally remembered it. And then I could use the logic to deduct or induce something. It was the weirdest thing. My brain was just like working because it had been practiced and worked out. Talk about strong legs. I had a strong brain at 58. So yeah, if your brain's mushy, go back to school. My girlfriend, one time we were talking and I'm like, girlfriend, honey, I think you need to get another job and get out of the house or go to school because you're starting to not finish your sentences. And she was such a good friend that she totally appreciated what I said because she was getting to where she couldn't remember things. And she literally got a job and she took a class at school. And all of a sudden, oh, well, there you are. So yeah, you are able to do what you choose to do. Going back to school. College at 50? Am I too old? Ha ha. LOL. Yeah, right. You're awesome. And I hope you'll follow me. If you like what you've heard, click the button. I have way more to share with you. And that like button helps me know your feedback. Give me comments. And look for the video called, let's see, how to focus on studying. Because that'll tell you how to do it. And then when you're done studying, you go off and you go to a party or you go to a movie or you make dinner. So I'll share with you how to organize your study skills later. Dr. Darlene, whatstopsyou.com, and have a great rest of the day. Call that school. If you like what you've heard, please subscribe to my channel so we can hang out. Also go to www.whatstopsyou.com for notes to this podcast and learn more power skills to indeed live the best years of your life.